Hey, I have a message for you this morning, and that is that you are a spectacular creation of God. Now, there's a little story about this. My daughter Allie, this is a few years ago, and she was in school, and you know how school kids can be sometimes. There were several mean girls, and she was feeling down because these girls were calling her nerd. And I remember very distinctly waking up one morning and that being on my mind. And I had this message that I had to get to her, and that is that you, Allie, my sweetheart, you are a spectacular creation of God. So we got ready in the morning, and I got in the car, and her sister and her friend were in the car, and I couldn't really talk with her in the car, and I planned on keeping her there for a few minutes to tell her and talk with her about just how she's a spectacular creation of God. But she got out of the car and went into the school with her big backpack through the doors before I could really do that. But that thought just remained on my mind all day long, which is you are a spectacular creation of God. So I went to work, worked for the morning, and had to go back. And I got my daughter Allie out of school for lunch and took her to her favorite little restaurants, and we took the food to go and sat there next to the creek in my little town. And I remember just talking with her and it being one of the most profound and wonderful conversations that we could have. And I explained to her how special and how unique and how wonderful that she is, and that no one ever in the history of the world had been created exactly like her and never ever will be again. And I told her about the divine blood that runs through her veins, and that she is phenomenal, and she is put together with such precision and such divinity that if she understood that and could bring it and think about it all the time, that she would never let the words of a few mean girls get to her, because no one can take the fact away that you are a spectacular creation of God. And the kicker about this is that we are all spectacular creations of God. Each one of us is divine in our design, and the precision with which we are made, and the way that our minds work, and the way that our bodies work is just awe-inspiring. It's incredible, and you have that right now. So I don't know what kind of day you're having or what kind of life you're living right now, if you're jumping out of bed with enthusiasm in the morning, or if it's just like, oh gosh, another day. But something I want you to consider and I want you to think about is that no one should be able to make you feel bad. We are all fighting a hard battle that no one knows anything about. And something I want you to know and understand is that you are a spectacular creation of God, and you are worthy, and you are deserving of the finest things in life. And that is what I want to let you know. And if you know of someone else who you think is also a spectacular creation of God and needs this message this morning, please tag them here, please share this, and let other people know. Again, you are a spectacular creation of God.